I've rebuilt the majority of this entire $800 Copart auction trailer that was totaled, and now I'm gonna finish up the interior. We've got upgrades, we've got more fixes, and we've got generally just, well, finish the thing.
This is where we left off last video, an incomplete interior, albeit way better than what it was when I first got the trailer. But now it's time to finish up the interior, add some modifications and some upgrades, and I also need to get back on the roof for a special modification.
But the question isn't, does this trailer look and function really well now? The question is, was it worth it? Was an $800 Copart auction trailer worth dumping all this money into, or would I be better off just getting a nice used trailer or maybe even a brand new trailer? I'm gonna answer that today.
This is a 2012 Freedom enclosed car trailer, 24 feet long by 8 feet wide. Luckily for me, I was able to tow it home without issue, and now the rebuild process begins. I've already installed an electric front jack. I redid a lot of the wiring in the front, plus added a new battery and battery box. Adding some additional costs were a whole bunch of painting supplies and supplies to fix and reseal the roof. Not exactly to everyone's approval, but I did fix and reseal the roof, and it looks way better than what it did. And it doesn't leak. But after the roof, I moved to the interior of the trailer, where of course I needed more paint and supply materials. After some cleaning and disassembly, I got 3 coats of white on the walls, and it looks phenomenal. And with the roof sealed and the walls painted white, we moved on to the ceiling and put in all new paneling. And following the paneling, I also reinstalled the lights that came with the trailer. While underwhelming, they did function. At this point in time, the only light we added was a rear cargo light. And after all that, we could finally move onto the floor. Some disassembly and a lot of taping later, it was time to lay down the first coat of this grippy paint.
Oh, this is gonna look phenomenal. All right, everything's trimmed out. It's time to break out the roller.
And we stopped the last video with the first coat of paint on the floor.
And then inside, they light it up in here decently. It's obviously way better than nothing. I think the camera's making it actually brighter than what it is. However, these definitely need to be improved.
And here's how it started, and here's how it is now. But there is still a lot of work to go. First things first, I'm going to apply the second and final coat of Sure Step to the flooring in all of the trailer.
See how thick this stuff is. It doesn't even come off the brush.
I got the whole trailer trimmed in, so now it's time for the more fun and satisfying part, rolling everything else. This shouldn't take too long either.
Made a little bit of a mess on the ramp. Whoops. That's all right. I want a nice thick coating on here anyway, because this is going to see the most abuse, I'd imagine. Get her on there nice and thick. All right, that's everything with 2 nice, fat, thick coats.
And I actually have some left over. So if I need to touch anything up, I've got enough to do so. This paint was also pretty cheap. I think it's like 33 bucks a can. So for less than 70 bucks, I coated my entire floor in this super durable, at least durable looking, grippy paint.
With the messy part out of the way, you can see the end result here, and it's looking really nice. Of course, I have a lot of tape to remove, but the trailer is looking so much better. Now, there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of trim to reinstall, among a whole bunch of other things I have to do to finish up the inside of this thing, but we're getting there. It's really close.
2 coats done, and it looked really good. Honestly, I could have probably gotten away with 1. This paint is good stuff, and it goes on thick and covers really well, but if I have enough paint for 2, why not do 2? So now I just have to wait for all that to dry, peel the tape off, and then I need to prep the fenders, paint them black, add some more trim to the ceiling, do the lighting. Yeah, there's still a lot left, but this is a great start. I gotta say, this floor turned out really nice. I'm super happy with the coverage on that.
My boss, Rat Moss, is rather lazy and leaves things laying around haphazardly. You guys might have a similar situation where you work.
Ah! Why does this keep happening? If you've ever been in a similar situation,
You can check out Morgan & Morgan.
America's largest injury law firm. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan don't settle for lowball offers. And if you don't win, your fee is completely free. And what's great is it only takes a couple of minutes to find out if you have a case with Morgan & Morgan. If you ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Matt Ross.
Or you could also scan the QR code on screen.
I'm hoping all this tape comes off nicely, but I don't have high hopes for that, considering this tape seems like cheap and it likes to tear. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh boy, just a whole lot more tape peeling to go.
Super pleased with the end result. I have a few things to touch up with the gray paint and the white paint. I also still have to paint the fenders, and I wasn't thinking I'd ever painted the underside of the bottom of the ramp, which flips up and you can see the bare wood. But next up is lighting. The 3 lights that are in here, while LED, leave a lot to be desired. I figured that out the last time I worked on the trailer and looked at the lighting at night. So I'm going to add a whole bunch more lighting, and your suggestions really helped.
So here's how we're going to solve the light problem.
I went with a simple 8-piece LED kit from Amazon, and they can be mounted a few different ways, either double-sided tape or these little brackets that I could screw right into the ceiling. These are cost-effective, and based on reviews, they seem bright enough. A lot of people are using these in trailers.
And there's a whole bunch of different ways I could mount them. I could go up here and just kind of follow along with these. I could replace these lights with these, but I think what I'm gonna do is this. Since I have light in the middle, it's not great, it's better than nothing. I think I'm gonna put these on the outside. So I'll put like one here, run the wire in there, and then one here, and then do the same thing, but towards the end. I think that'll give me good light in here. And these obviously aren't gonna draw much power. I mean, look at the itty bitty wires that they have.
I got everything measured so everything lines up nicely, and I installed all the brackets, which is the easy part. The hard part is the wiring.
Oh, that was a near disaster, but now I have enough space to run the wire, so I'm just gonna work on now. I'm gonna ground them like the other lights are. It's just gonna be grounded with the self-tapper into the structural beams, which is grounded on the whole trailer. So I just gotta run power wires all the way up here, which shouldn't be too terrible. It's just time consuming. just like that, everything is back in its place and working. Pretty pumped about that. Halfway done with the lighting, 4 more to go. It's hot. I mentioned it's hot. It's in the 90s today. It's really humid too, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 out of 8 done. Yeah, and it's looking really good. Definitely brighten it up in here a lot. These leave a lot to be desired, especially compared to just those little guys. And what's nice about the little guys is it's right above jacking points, which because that's where you're gonna jack up a car. I just gotta do these 2, which shouldn't take too long because I'm already missing this trim because I need to buy some. Yeah, lighting will be done. No. Don't let your roll of wire run away from you, because the whole thing will unravel, and that's fun. Got him. Okay, moment of truth. See if they all work, all 11 of them. Oh yeah, it's bright in here, it's bright in here. Oh, that's so much better. I'm freaking pumped about that.
Interior lighting complete. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now, if you're worried about fuses and all of that, don't worry. It's coming just a little later in this video.
All right, here's daytime inside. The camera, again, is making it look brighter than what it is with just the vent, but hit the switch, and it is lit up in here. Really, really nice. I'm stoked. Now, stupid me, I wasn't thinking that the bottom ramp flips up and you obviously will see the other side of it. So I want to paint the other side of it. Now, some people might get triggered by this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, I do want to do just a little bit of touch up, like right there. A very satisfying part is reinstalling all of the trim. I could replace these and make them look even better, but this is a used trailer after all.
Now I'm pretty much out of screws and I need to get trim, so another run to Home Depot I go. Whoops. Pretty large.
Get it right.
The trailer had a solar panel on it when I got it, but there was no controller. Who knows if the thing even worked and how old it was, and I always wanted to reinstall one. However, I've never done this before, but I got this kit on Amazon. It comes with a controller and everything, and it's definitely needed because I added a lot of lights to this trailer and an electric winch. So keeping this battery charged is a priority. Poor Donald couldn't take the pressure on his knees.
There you go. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Mounting it was very straightforward. The brackets ended up being able to be adjusted enough where they landed right on structural beams in the front and the rear. Next up, electrical. Donald had a good idea to run a fuse, a master fuse, if you will, so I had one left over from a sub. We put that in the battery box, and then I mounted the circuit breaker for the electric jack, how it was supposed to be mounted, and then we redid all the wiring to run inside the trailer where we're going to hook up a fuse panel.
Nice little switch right there, in case it blows. No lights. Oh, it lit up. There it is. Never mind. Green, sealed.
Wow, and that's 100% coming from the panel.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
In overcast
We have power.
or after sunset.
Nice.
I can't wait to find this motherfucker on Facebook Marketplace for $500 because you fucked it up.
Words hurt. Oh, there it is. Oh, it lit up.
It's already powered.
Yeah. Yeah, but see how the battery light came on?
The wiring for this solar panel is kind of stupid simple. Basically, solar panel input goes into the controller and then it outputs
Wow.
to this fuse panel, which
Wow.
then outputs to the battery.
Yeah.
We did some tidying of the wires with some key clamps, and then I had to change the battery input because I have a lithium-ion battery. Luckily, the solar panel is built for that. You can use all sorts of different battery types. And after that, it was time to reinstall the ceiling paneling, which I took out to run the wires, except there was one major issue.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Blew the fuse. Or you hit the positive with the screw. Ah!
Oh yeah, perfect example as to why you need fuses. I ran a screw right into the ceiling wires and it blew the fuse immediately. So for a $12 fuse panel, it sure does work well. But after that, we could put everything back together and move on to the next project.
Done.
Big thanks to Donald for helping out, but I am really pleased with the entire electrical system. The solar panel controller and the fuse panel will probably eventually be inside cabinets when I install them, so you won't see any of that wiring, but for now it looks pretty good. Moving forward, I still have some painting to do, I have some trim to install, but we're making great progress.
And yes, that is a long list of things to do at what seems to be the finish line of the trailer. So let's go ahead and get all that stuff knocked out. Yeah, I'm still using this crappy tape because, like I said, I got 5 rolls of it, so I don't really want to waste it, even though it's just not great. This ought to be fun to paint. Why didn't I just paint this before putting the board up? I'm an idiot, but it's too late now. It's already here and I'm already doing it. I gotta clean these up with everyone's favorite paint prep spray.
The fenders massively need a makeover, and I'm just using some Rust-Oleum black here.
Man, what a difference. Just some simple black paint will make. Really, this is the ugliest part of the trailer now. There's one coat on both fenders. Looking real nice. Definitely have to touch up the floor a little bit because there's spilled some black here and there. But that's looking nice. That should about be ready for a second coat. But I also want to put some black down in here between the edge of this board and sort of just right in there, just to clean all this up a little bit because it's looking a little worse for wear. Well, it's raining, so that's nice. I'm using new holes, that way everything is stronger. I'm not reusing some old holes that are worn out. Yep, cool beans. Absolutely beautiful. Sweet. It's definitely more solid than it was before because the old screws were pretty worn out. Well, I'm already soaking wet, so there's no sense in stopping now. Looks awesome. Still works awesome. Get another coat of white up here. And I'll end up doing 3 on there just to match everything else. All right, and that is the third and final coat. And this tape still sucks. I guess it's gonna suck for a couple years because I have enough of it to do a couple years worth of projects. But that looks nice painted. How close can I get to this hawk up there, I wonder? Look at that guy. I didn't mean to disturb you, bird. I hope you're not mad at me. Anyway, let's finish this trailer, why don't we? Battery's all nice, charged up, because I actually ran it completely out of juice because I left the lights on for hours and totally forgot about it. But solar panel's working perfectly and the battery is nice and charged, obviously. This looks pretty good with one coat, but I mean, I had the paint. It's been 48 hours, I might as well do 2. Tape came off nice there. That's a first. Hey, that looks fantastic.
Due to my carelessness, I had to touch up a good bit of the floor because there were some white stains from me painting white stuff, and there were some black stains from me painting black stuff. So a little bit of touch up all around made the floor look almost perfect. By the way, guys, if you made it this far in the video, a like, comment, or subscription would mean the absolute world to me. It makes a big difference. And here it is, the finished, for now, project. I really couldn't be any more pleased with this trailer inside and out. It looks fantastic. It's got all the features I want for now, and I did it on a budget. But just how much did this budget cost?
All of the fixes and upgrades that I did to this thing definitely cost a pretty penny, but I think you'll be surprised at the total number. Plus, I think the finished result of this trailer is nicer than almost any used trailer I've seen out there, especially for how much money I have into this thing. I think to get this level of a trailer with all the mods and cosmetic fixes I've done to it, you're definitely looking at closer to $10,000. And I did not spend that much. So now this is a fully functioning, nice trailer, but there's still a lot more stuff I want to do up here in the front, the nose, if you will. I want to do cabinets up, cabinets down with a countertop, and even like a toolbox up here. I want to do E-track over all the walls and maybe even the floor, and maybe some more lighting upgrades. But thanks to everyone for watching this far. There'll be more trailer videos in the future. Leave your suggestions for mods down below.